Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome to my videos. I am doing a reading book today. These are the books that I read and what I rate them, telling you a bit about what I think of them. I also have a reading highlight on my Instagram if you ever want to know my ratings. First book that I read in 2022 actually, like I have not filmed anything to do with books on my YouTube like at all. So first book that I wanted to let you know about is, everyone's really read it recently, It Ends With Us, like by Colleen Hoover. They just made the movie. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you think. Like, did you like it? I know I loved it. I don't even need to explain this book, but in 2022 I gave this a 5 out of 5, so I'm going to leave it at that. You need to read this book. Sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at. I'm not gonna read the whole back. I'm just gonna read a little bit about it and let you know. But if you have not read this book but you've seen the movie, make sure you read the book. It has a little bit more extra details in there, and if you haven't seen the movie or read the book, definitely read the book and then watch the movie. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with this. You need to try, you need to read. The second book that I read was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I don't have it here, but I'm sure I have it somewhere. I might have lent it to my cousin actually. I'm pretty sure I did, but I rated that a 10 out of 10, which back then I was doing 10 out of 10s, but I'm gonna rate all these books from 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Next we have November 9 by Colleen Hoover, which I rated this a 12 out of 10, so a 7 out of 5 basically, which was amazing. Like, I absolutely loved this book. The next book I read was It Starts With Us, which is the second book to It Ends With Us, and it is amazing. If you haven't read it as well, you need to read it, especially after the movie, so you know what's gonna happen if they do a part 2 movie as well, which I'm very excited for that. Also, I don't have a You and Me. I actually might have lent that as well. The next book I have is a series I actually read. There's The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, and The Housemaid Is Watching. This series is incredible. It's the first series I ever read, and Frida McFadden as well is incredible. You need to read at least one of her books if you're going to try it out. Definitely read one of these. I loved her book so much. Oh my goodness. I rated this a 4.6 out of 5, the first one. So I loved this. I had to read the second one as soon as possible, and then the third one came out and I was like, excuse me, I need that right now. And I'm pretty sure I would rate this series a 5 out of 5. Like, literally insane. Let me know what you think. If you read this, let me know. I want to know. Rest of the books, I'm gonna go off what I remember, but next we have Colleen Hoover, Reminders of Him. This book is absolutely fresh. Like, my dog was hungry. Apparently he was hungry. But as I said, I really can't remember all the books I read. So, A Young Mother's Fight to Earn a Place in Her Child's Life, but is there room for her? Okay, I remember it. I remember. There's stains on the spine. But I would definitely give this like 4.9 out of 5. Definitely read it. Definitely. Next we have The Co-Worker by Frida McFadden. As I said, I love Frida McFadden, her series, so I had to pick up The Co-Worker, which is very interesting. Very, like, it gets you to read. It gets you on here. And I love these books that they go from like the character to the email. Like, it's a lot. But I definitely rate this a 4.9 out of 5. Love it so much. We then have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, which I read many years ago. How do you pick up the pieces about glue holding everything together? This book is thrashed as well. So that is how you know I truly went through it with this book. No, George just must have been hungry again. I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, which is still good, you know. The Silent Patient by Alice Benson lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then, she hasn't spoken a single word. It's time to find out why. Yeah, I remember this. I absolutely remember this, and it is really good. Really good. Probably a 4.8, I'm gonna say, on this book that I've read. We have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I generally think Emily Henry is one of my favorite authors as well. As I said, I'm reading Funny Story right now, but this is Happy Place. Literally insane. One of my favorite books, I think. Like the way she does it, you know. Harriet and Wynne are the perfect couple. They go together like bread and butter, gin and tonic. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Every year they take a holiday from their lives to drink far too much wine with their favourite people in the world. Except this year they are lying through their teeth because Harriet and Wynne broke up 6 months ago and they still haven't told anyone. But the cottage is for sale, so this is the last time they'll all be here together. They can't bear to break their best friend's heart, so they'll fake it for one more week. But how can you pretend to be in love and get away with it in front of people who know you best? Wild. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 5. I literally love this book so much. I'm gonna choose any book out in this whole thing. Lastly, we have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I loved this book so much. Again, 6 out of 5. I can't even fault it. It's like so good. This is my first book by Abby and I loved it. To find out their soulmates, all they need is 4 dates, a kiss and a breakup. Literally insane. I remember they think there's a curse, but there's a plot twist, like maybe they are each other's soulmates. And I'm not going to tell you, but you need to read this. Literally, this is the last book I read and you need to read it. You need to read it. Anyways, that is all the books I've read recently in the last 2 years. Probably could have explained them a bit more, but I'm going to leave it up to you. This is just a list of books that you need to read. That is all. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's very quick because I'm just telling you what books I read and what I rate them. But I genuinely hope you read them and let me know what you think. As well, if you agree with my ratings, let me know. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of my ratings and everything, I have a read highlight on Instagram, and also I'll be doing more videos, so make sure you look out for those. Anyways, love you guys. I hope I see you in my next video. Bye.